6 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Kanooz Ashraf. First, the headlines. Federal Cabinet is holding special meeting with Prime Minister in the chair to review performance of different ministries. First round of political consultations between Pakistan and China was held in Islamabad today. Minister for Law and Justice has urged the international community to force India to fulfill its international obligations regarding Indus Basin Treaty. Foreign Minister has reiterated demand for establishment of UN Commission of Inquiry to investigate gross human rights violations in occupied Kashmir. Human Rights Day was marked in occupied Kashmir today by a complete shutdown in the territory. Iran says it has the ability to build ballistic missiles with a broader range. And now the news in detail. Federal Cabinet is holding special meeting with Prime Minister Imran Khan in the chair to review performance of different ministries. The meeting held discussions on actions already taken in terms of service delivery, austerity measures, and future plans with a view how to improve the performance of each ministry. It was decided that each ministry would be further tasked with a special strategic plan for implementation spreading over 5 years. It was also decided that such review meetings would be held quarterly to judge performance of the ministries and to ensure that overall performance of the government is on track. The first round of political consultations between Pakistan and China was held in Islamabad today. Foreign Secretary Tahmina Janjua led the Pakistani delegation, while Chinese side was headed by Vice Foreign Minister Qiang Shu-yong. Both sides held comprehensive discussions on the entire gamut of bilateral relations. The Pakistan side conveyed that China-Pakistan Economic Corridor is a national priority for the government, and Pakistan remains committed to the successful implementation of the corridor. The two sides expressed the resolve to work together towards completion of the ongoing projects and agreed to expand CPEC to new areas of cooperation in line with the vision of the leadership of Pakistan. Both sides exchanged views on international political situation with a particular focus on Afghanistan and South Asia. They also expressed satisfaction at their robust cooperation in multilateral fora and reiterated their resolve to further augment it in the future. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has reiterated Pakistan's commitment to complete China-Pakistan Economic Corridor as envisaged by the leadership of China and Pakistan. He was talking to Chinese Vice Foreign Minister Qiang Shu-yong, who called on him in Islamabad today. The foreign minister congratulated the Chinese vice minister on successful conclusion of Pakistan-China bilateral political consultations. He said Pakistan-China friendship has deep cultural, historical, and institutional linkages and has become an all-weather strategic cooperative partnership. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said he is looking forward to participate in the second meeting of China, Afghanistan, Pakistan foreign ministers trilateral mechanism to be held in Kabul on Saturday next. While reciprocating the sentiments of Foreign Minister Qureshi, the Vice Foreign Minister said China attaches paramount importance to its relations with Pakistan. Both leaders also exchanged views on regional situation and multilateral issues of mutual concern and agreed to deepen strategic coordination and communication at all levels. The 13th Senior Officials Meeting of the Triangular Initiative on Drug Control will begin in Islamabad tomorrow. Senior counter-narcotics officials from Afghanistan, Iran, and Pakistan will participate in the event. The two-day meeting will be chaired by the Secretary Ministry of Narcotics Control. The meeting will help three sides to find solutions to common challenges by adhering to a comprehensive and balanced approach. The Triangular Initiative Forum has served as a cornerstone of the regional approach to drug control since its inception in 2007. Minister for Law and Justice Barrister Dr. Muhammad Farooq Naseem has urged the international community to force India to fulfill its international obligations regarding the Indus Basin Treaty. He was speaking as chief guest at a conference on water, future, war and peace in Islamabad today. Barrister Farooq Naseem said while both parties complied with the Indus Basin Treaty of 1960, India has now started using the water from Indus, Jhelum, and Chenab rivers for industrial purposes, which is a violation of the treaty. The law minister said India plans to build dams over River Jhelum and Chenab, which is of great concern to Pakistan. He said the world must take notice of water aggression by India and the World Bank needs to play a neutral role in this regard. This is Radio Pakistan. Acting President Mohammad Sadiq Sanjarani has said that people of occupied Kashmir must be given their right to self-determination as envisaged by the UN Security Council resolutions. He was talking to President of Azad Jammu and Kashmir Sardar Masood Khan, who called on him at the Awan-e-Sadr in Islamabad today. Sadiq Sanjarani said the international community must play their due role in this regard. Both leaders exchanged views on important matters including development projects in AJK. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has reiterated demand for establishment of UN Commission of Inquiry to investigate gross human rights violations in occupied Kashmir. In his message on International Human Rights Day, he paid tributes to the valiant people of Kashmir for continuing their legitimate struggle for right to self-determination against barbaric and despotic Indian regime. He said the world can no longer remain silent in face of mass blinding of children and women, brutal killings of civilians, rapes, murder, and torture in the Hald Valley. Minister for Human Rights Dr. Shireen Mazari says the Indian government is trying to change the demography of Kashmir to destroy the whole concept of having a plebiscite in the valley. Speaking at a public talk on human rights violations in Indian-occupied Kashmir in Islamabad today, she said the violations by Indian forces have broken all records. Human Rights Day in occupied Kashmir was marked by a complete shutdown in the territory today. Call for the strike was given by Joint Resistance Leadership. Lawyers associated with High Court Bar Association suspended their work in protest. Joint Resistance Leadership has also called for complete shutdown in poll-bound areas during the Panchayat elections tomorrow. On the other hand, the relatives of disappeared persons held in a sit-in protest in Srinagar to demand the whereabouts of their relatives who were subjected to enforced disappearance during the custody. Thousands of people attended the funerals of two teenage martyrs in Hajin town today. A report released by a research section of Kashmir Media Service on the occasion of World Human Rights Day today says Indian troops in their unabated acts of state terrorism martyred 95,238 innocent Kashmiris, including 7,120 in custody since January 1989 till date. The report revealed that these killings rendered 22,894 women widowed and 107,551 children orphaned. Iran says it has the ability to build ballistic missiles with a broader range. A senior commander of elite Revolutionary Guards, Amir Ali Hajizadeh, said in Tehran that the country does not have limitations from a technical perspective or by conventions with regard to missile range. German government has accepted a ruling by European Union's top court that the United Kingdom can unilaterally revoke its withdrawal notice. An official spokeswoman said in Berlin that Germany continues to regret Britain's decision to quit the EU. In Men's Hockey World Cup at Bhubaneswar in India, England beat New Zealand by 2-0 today. The second match of the day will be played between France and China at 6:30 p.m. And finally, the weather report. Met Office has forecast more rain and thunderstorm with snowfall over the hills at isolated places in Islamabad, Rawalpindi, Gujranwala, Lahore Division, Hazara, Gilgit-Baltistan and Kashmir during the next 12 hours. However, dense, shallow foggy conditions are likely to prevail in few central and southern parts of Punjab. To end the news, some of the headlines once again. Federal Cabinet is holding special meeting with Prime Minister in the chair to review performance of different ministries. First round of political consultations between Pakistan and China was held in Islamabad today. Minister for Law and Justice has urged the international community to force India to fulfill its international obligations regarding Indus Basin Treaty. Foreign Minister has reiterated demand for establishment of UN Commission of Inquiry to investigate gross human rights violations in occupied Kashmir. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gv.pk, and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com Radio Pakistan News Official.